Hey, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to come on quickly and give a quick Monday motivation. Just something for us to think about as we move forward in our week and as we move forward in our year of, obtaining our goals, our year of uh, making sure that we are on track for our next. I wanted to share something quickly with you that I hope motivates you as you move forward, and that is not making uh, things that are not permanent. Sometimes we're in positions, and these positions are temporary, and we enjoy these positions so much that we don't want to leave when it's time to go. We want to stay in the same space because we feel comfortable. And who doesn't like comfort? Let me say that as I begin. Who doesn't like comfort? But the question is, does comfort make you grow? Sometimes comfortable places are not places of growth because growth takes some friction to make you grow. Growth takes some things dying and falling off so that you can grow. When a seed goes into the ground, it has to germinate. It loses the shell that it has to grow. So it goes in as a seed, but as it loses the shell, then it begins to grow. Then it begins to germinate. Even then you begin to see the leaves poke up above the surface, but something has to fall off. And the shell is temporary. And many times, what happens with us is we find ourselves in temporary spaces, in temporary relationships, in temporary just places in our lives, temporary seasons. That's the word I'm looking for, that we want to make permanent. And God is saying to us that this is temporary. He's showing us in life that this is a temporary space, but we get so comfortable in the space. We know what we can do in that space. We know what we're capable of. We know how we feel. We know what our limitations are. We know how far we can go. We know, I can do this. And sometimes God's trying to show us that He needs to do it through us, not that we can do it. What we can do, what we know we got, what we are good at, sometimes he's moving us to where he shows, where he's good at it, where people will see you, but they will see him through you, right? If we do it in our own strength, then what glory does God get out of it? And so this morning, I wanted to talk about temporary situations that we want to be permanent, temporary relationships that we want to be permanent. A lot of times we're dating that person and we know they're not quite right for us, but we want that to be a permanent situation. And we know they're not right for us, and we keep digging our heels in to stick to these people who are not right for us. We keep digging our heels in to stick in these places that are not right for us. They're temporary, and we want them to be permanent. Why do we want them to be permanent? Because they feel good. And so I was talking to my sister, Pastor Shamila, and we were talking about this temporary thing and how, you know our comfortability, how our comfortability, who doesn't want to be comfortable, but then you feel the nudge to move and you don't move, so the comfortable place becomes the uncomfortable place that causes you to move anyway. The comfortable place becomes the uncomfortable place and causes you to move anyway. The irritation that you begin to feel as you sit in that space becomes uncomfortable and causes you to move anyway, when you can make the choice early enough that this was only temporary. This was not my permanent. This was not my forever. So, in this Monday motivation, as we continue to talk about goal seeking, I want us to reassess our goals. Is this a temporary goal? Is this a short term goal? Is this a long term goal? Is this something I'm supposed to do for a season and then move on? Or is this something that is part of my lifetime goal? And I ask you that because sometimes we stick to things longer than we're supposed to. We stay in things longer than we're supposed to. So as we're looking at our goal season, as we're looking at obtaining and attaining the goals that are set before us, is this short term? Is this long term? Is this just for, 6 months, or is this for 5 years? Right? And then as we begin to assess those things, then it gives us a clearer picture to where we're going. Is this a permanent situation or is this temporary? I want you to think about that this week as you move forward in life and in your goals. Is this permanent or is this temporary? Because permanent things we spend more time on, but temporary situations, it is not for us to spend the rest of our lives trying to make a temporary situation a permanent one. It is not the rest of our lives trying to make a goal that's temporary, that's only a short-term goal, something that we spread out to a lifetime goal. Temporary goals are at my job, we would say just do it things. So if it's a temporary thing, just do it. Get out there, get it done, and move to the next. But if it's a lifetime, then we spend that time on that thing. We spend that time in that thing. We take the time to make sure that it comes about. Guys, I love you all. This was my 5-minute Monday motivation. I pray that you have an amazing week, an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.